Pre-trip inspection. Approach blocks in place, vehicle secure, no leaks, vehicle on level ground, park brake applied, visor, windshield, hood, grille, fender mirrors, bumper, license plate secure and matches documents in truck. Hook up. 8 minutes to mention all parts and complete. Look, 1 gram, at the front of tractor. Position tractor within 1 meter in front of trailer. Make sure trailer is proper height to fifth wheel. Fifth wheel is angled towards the trailer and properly lubricated and no cracks or welds. Fifth wheel pivots and pivot pin is secure, no damage. Sliding lock pin is secure and no damage and in the locked. Damage. No commandle and Oster bolt are in the open position. Stop plates are secure and no couple. Damage. No damaged or missing teeth on lock rail. Go under trailer. Jaws are in the open position. King. Pin is in line with the fifth wheel and no damage to king pin and apron. Back under trailer and perform 2 tug tests. Exit cab. Mention that you performed your tug tests. Say to. Make sure there is no gap between fifth wheel and trailer apron and adjuster bolt and release handle are in the closed, or locked, position. Go under trailer. Make sure jaws are in the locked position. Raise landing gear all the way up and store handle mentioning gear is up with no debris on pads, and handle stored. Proceed to couple air lines. Air lines and glad hands are secure with no damage and seals have no debris as well as on the trailer connect lines. Electrical line is secure and no damage with no debris in the connector. Check trailer connector and mention it's secure with no damage and no missing pins. Make sure all lines have no damage and are secured to the back of the cab. Light check. Connection. Turn on headlights and left turn signal. Check ID lights on front of tractor. Both low beam headlights, marker lights and reflectors, clearance lights on top of trailer, and turn signals along left side of tractor and trailer. Turn on high beams and right signal. Check high beam headlights, clearance light on right side of trailer, and turn signals along right side of vehicle. Turn off headlights leaving parking lights on and turn on 4-way flashers. Major defect if both low beams aren't working when required to be lit. Minor defect if any reflector is partially or completely missing or if any lamp does not work properly. Under hood. Open hood and start on right side. Engine air filter secure, clean, and clear of debris. Rad support secure, rad secure and no leaks. Fan secure and no missing blades. Alternator and fan belt secure and at proper tension. Starter and alternator secure and no arcing. Inspect frame and cross members for damage, cracks, bends, welds, non-manufactured holes. Major defect if frame or cross members have any signs of shifting, sagging, cracking or collapsing. Any other damage to the frame, or cargo body, is a minor defect. Inspect leaf springs, U-bolts, shocks and fasteners. Major defect if a U-bolt is loose, if there is more than one broken leaf spring or the main leaf spring is broken, or if any suspension component is missing, shifted out of place, or is in contact with any other vehicle component. Minor defect if there is one broken leaf spring other than the main leaf, or if there is a loose or ineffective fastener. Ensure that air lines are secure and not leaking. Brake chambers should be secure, not leaking, and have no non-manufactured holes. Pushrod, clevis pins, slack adjuster, and S-cam should all be secure and not damaged. Inspect brake shoes and drums for damage, cracks other than heat cracks, and there should be no contamination of grease or oil on the brake linings. Ensure that axle and tie rods are secure and no damage. Inspect wheel seal on inside of wheel for leaking oil. Minor defect if wheel seal is leaking. Inspect all sidewalls and tread of the tire for damage, and ensure the tread is wearing evenly around the entire circumference of the tire. Minor defect if there is any damage to the tread or sidewall of the tire. Major defect if there are exposed cords on the tread or sidewall or tread depth is below the wear limit, 3 mm on steering axle, 2 mm on drive axle or trailer axle. Tire pressure should be at 100 pounds per square inch or manufacturer specifications. Minor defect if there is an air leak that cannot be felt or heard. Major defect if there is an air leak that can be felt or heard, the tire is considered flat. If tire is marked not for highway use, or if the tire is in contact with another tire or any other vehicle component other than a mud flap. Inspect the wheel for any damage. Major defect if there is any damage to a wheel or wheel component. Valve stem centered, not leaking and cap secure. Check all fasteners and ensure none are loose, missing, broken or ineffective. Major defect if any fastener is loose, missing or ineffective. Check hub for any signs of damage. Check hub oil level if fitted with a sight glass. Minor defect if hub oil is below minimum level when fitted with a sight glass. Ensure that hub/axle is cool to the touch and not leaking. Major defect if there are any signs that the wheel, hub, or bearing will fail soon. Inspect headlight assembly and splash shields are secure and no damage. Go to left side of engine. Fuel and water separator, fuel filters, fuel lines, fuel rail and injectors, if visible, secure with no leaks. Engine coolant, power steering fluid, windshield washer fluid and engine oil at proper level, properly capped secure and no leaks. Hoses are properly clamped and no leaks and not in contact with any moving component. Foot valve and air lines secure and no leaks. Fuse boxes all covered and secure. Cab and hood mount secure. Steering shaft, steering box, steering pump, pitman arm, drag link all secure and no damage or leaks. Compressor, governor, air dryer secure and no leaks. All hoses and lines on firewall are secure with no leaks. Inspect the suspension and tires the same as the other side. Leave hood open. Left side of truck safety sticker visible, valid and matches documents in truck. Mirror and brackets secure. Door opens and closes properly, weather stripping and grab handle secure. Major defect if any door does not close properly. Minor defect if driver's or passenger's door doesn't open. Side steps and fairing secure. Open jockey box and ensure that first aid kit is fully stocked. There are 3 reflective triangles or flares, and that fire extinguisher is pinned, secure, and fully charged. Minor defect if emergency equipment is missing, damaged, or defective. Back of cab fuel tank secure and no damage and properly capped. No twisting or bunching on tank straps. No metal to metal contact between straps and tank. Fuel lines and tank have no leaks. Major defect if fuel tank is not secure or if there is fuel dripping. Minor defect if fuel cap is missing. Chevrons, grab handle, airbags and shocks secure and no damage. Tractor protection valve secure, no damage or leaks. Frame and cross members no shifting, sagging, cracking or collapsing. Catwalk and steps secure, no damage. Batteries secure, no arcing, bulging, cracking, leaks, or corrosion. Air tanks should be secure, free of damage or corrosion, and drain daily. Minor defect if drain valve doesn't work properly. Air lines and electrical cord suspended above catwalk and properly connected to trailer without leaks. Drive line and differentials secure and no leaks, no damage. Pay and check and ensure that nothing will fall out of overhead compartments. Check safety certificate and tractor registration to make sure they are valid and match the safety sticker and license. Check that sun visors are secure. Inspect the windshield and ensure it has no cracks or stone chips in the path swept by the wiper blades. Major defect if windshield is missing. Minor defect if driver's view of road is obstructed in the path swept by the wipers. Ensure that all glass and mirrors are clean and adjusted for the driver and check for broken or damaged attachments onto vehicle body. Minor defect if mirrors do not allow driver to see to the sides and rear of vehicle as a result of being broken, missing or not adjusted properly, or if mirror or glass attachments are broken or damaged attachments onto vehicle body. Activate windshield wiper, low speed, high speed and windshield washer is operational. Minor defect if system or control does not work properly, if wiper blade is missing or damaged, or if windshield wiper washer does not work properly. Major defect if windshield wiper/washer fails to provide an adequate view of the road when prevailing weather conditions require the use of the wiper/washer. Check heater/defroster. Active all fan speeds, pausing briefly between each speed to ensure it is working properly. Put fan speed on its highest setting. Check dash vents, floor vents, and defroster vents, using your hand to confirm that air is blowing in each position. Check that hot and cold air is blowing. Minor defect if system or control does not work properly. Major defect if defroster fails to provide an unobstructed view through the windshield. Check to make sure that there is nothing on the floor that could roll under the pedals. Shift boot secure, air lines on shift lever secure and not leaking. Turn ignition to on position, and ensure all gauges do a full sweep and all audible and visual warning indicators work. Start truck and check to ensure that oil pressure increases within 10 seconds. If it does not, turn truck off immediately. Check all other gauges to make sure they are working. Check left, right, four-way, and high beam indicator lights. Depress accelerator and release, checking for sticking or binding. Depress clutch to the floor and release, checking for sticking or binding. Depress clutch to the floor and engage and disengage a gear to ensure clutch is working properly. Minor defect if accelerator, clutch, audible or visual indicators, gauge, or instrument fail to function properly. Ensure steering wheel adjusts and is secure. Major defect if steering wheel is not secure. Turn steering wheel all the way to the left and all the way to the right, checking for binding or looseness. Major defect if movement of steering wheel indicates binding or looseness. Return steering wheel to center position. Open window and move steering wheel back and forth 20 degrees and observe if wheels are turning. Note the distance that the steering wheel moves. This is called steering lash or free play. Minor defect if steering lash is greater than normal. Major defect if steering lash exceeds the limit that may cause a hazardous condition. Make sure driver's seat is adjusted for the driver and remains in its set position. Inspect seat for any rips, tears, or exposed metal. Fully extend seatbelt. Inspect for cuts or frays. Tug sharply on seatbelt and test that seatbelt lock is working. Buckle seatbelt and tug sharply to ensure buckle is working properly. Return seatbelt and ensure it retracts fully. Locate tether belts on either side of the driver's seat and inspect for damage and make sure they are secure. Minor defect if driver's seat is damaged or does not remain in set position. Major defect if seatbelt or tether belt are missing, not secure or do not work properly. Air brake inspection. Warm engine check. Front and side of trailer placard holders and document box secure, no damage. Safety sticker visible, valid and matches documents in document holder. No bulges on side of trailer which would indicate a shifted load. Rub rail secure, no damage. Reflective tape secure, evenly spaced, and covering at least 50% of the trailer. Spring hanger, spring leaves, suspension fasteners secure, no damage. Shocks secure, no damage, no leaks. Airbags securely mounted, no damage, such as cuts, bruises, patches, or cracks to the braid and fully inflated, and air suspension system not leaking. Major defect if airbags are deflated, not securely mounted, or damaged. Minor defect if there is a leak in the air suspension system. Brake chambers, push rods, clevis pins, slack adjusters, S-cams, drums and linings to be inspected the same manner as steering axle. Inspect tires the same way as steering axle, noting the differences. No debris between duals and the rim should be seated flush with each other. Also, instead of a hub, there is an axle and axle cover. All fasteners on axle cover should be secure, and axle cover shouldn't be leaking. Under trailer, frame and cross members secure and not damaged. Air lines secure and not leaking. Four-way flashers, tail lights, and license plate light working. Reflectors secure. License plate is secure and matches documents inside truck. Mud flaps secure. Cross members have no bends, cracks or shifting along the length of trailer. No visible holes or rot in floor of trailer. Placard holder secure. Side marker and four-way flasher working. Air lines suspended more than a foot off the ground and no leaks. Air tanks, valves, and air lines secure, no leaks. Brake components to be inspected in the same manner as before. Hangers, trailing arm, shocks, fasteners and U-bolts if equipped, all secure, no damage. Airbag securely mounted, properly inflated, and free of damage. Bogie frame secure, free of damage. Bogie slide lock in locked position and pins fully engaged, and slide rail is straight, secure, and not damaged. Inspect tires the same as drive tires with the exception of the hub. Ensure hub oil level, if fitted with an oil-filled hub and hub is fitted with a sight glass, is above the minimum level. Rear of trailer. Top ID/clearance lights, tail lights, 4-ways and license lights all working. Reflective chevrons secure and not worn. Doors properly latched top and bottom and all hinges secure, not damaged. Placard holder secure. Dock bumpers secure and no excessive damage. Bumper secure not damaged. Bottom of doors and bumper have reflective tape across 100% of their width. Ask a helper to please give assistance to check left and right signals and brake lights. Leave 4-way flashers on. Major defect if both rearmost tail lights do not work when required, any one rearmost turn indicator, or both rearmost brake lights do not work at any time. Start truck. Right side of trailer and truck we check the same as left, check all components, non-verba, point out the differences. Hub odometer secure and no leaks from hub. Side marker and 4-way work and no damage to right side of tractor, steps and fuel tank same as other side. Mirror and bracket secure. Open door and inspect grab handle secure. Exhaust, heat shield, exhaust bracket, and exhaust brace secure, not damaged and not leaking. Open hood, exhaust manifold, EGR, if present, turbo, muffler, and heat shields under hood, if present, secure and no damage or leaks. Minor defect if there is an exhaust leak. Major defect if there is an exhaust leak that causes exhaust gas to enter the cab.